When you come across Pranker's story, you realize that not every topper finds success in their initial attempt. This is one such story of a girl, Shivali Thakur. For five, she gave total of six attempts. For the first five attempt, she couldn't qualify prelims. She couldn't get passed through prelims. Uh, Instead of giving up, not attempting the exam anymore, she realized that she needed a lot of clarity and needs fundamental change in approaching the exam, prelims, mains, and interview. And that is the only way she'll be able to make the best of her last, which is her sixth attempt. She joins our UAP mentorship under Swatantra sir. And then finally, she starts from the zero. Lot of times when you continuously face failure, especially in the first stage of the exam, which is prelims itself, your mode of preparation or your way of preparation is generally defined by the way others prepare, like a very default mode. You start with NCRT standard books, you randomly attempt a lot of mock test. You don't sit through your mock test and analyze where exactly is your accuracy not good, which subject are weak, not weak. You don't know the general strategies or certain way of attempting MCQ, which is known as MCQ aptitude. How will I make sure that I'm able to score marks or get questions correct, which are, which have 50-50 probability of getting correct, like your half knowledge, how do you eliminate or use logic and some other means to get the right answer when you don't have the complete knowledge of the questions, right? So, and how do you do this all under like a lot of pressure when you already know you have been failing the prelims exam again and again, right? So when she started prelims preparation under Swatan sir in UAP mentorship, the first thing was not to depend on memorizing facts, but to make sure that she learns the way to think like UPSC. How do I think like UPSC? How are these examiners making questions, etc., etc., right? And that helps you shift the perspective completely. Now you become more calculative. Now you are able to determine the traps which UPSC lays out for every aspirant, because everyone knows that UPSC prelims is not about selection. They're looking for reasons to eliminate you, right? And that was the first shift. She faced a lot of hard mock test, so that her confidence is building up. Her gaps are getting exposed. She will sit through all the post-test discussions with Swatantra sir, making sure that she goes through a detailed analysis of her each question that she attempts. And this happened for over 1.5 years, right? Coming to mains, her preparation was all over the place, probably scattered. Wasn't much focus earlier because she was not able to get through prelims here and there, especially for GS 1, 2, 3, 4, and essay. Here, Swatan sir and she sat down and make sure that she understand the individual approach for each paper and subject basis micro themes, starting with what are the areas where UPSC has been asking again and again. Those are called micro themes for each paper, GS 1, 2, 3, 4. Understanding what before even coming to answering a question, understanding like what is UPSC trying to ask, understanding the themes and demand of the question, implicit and explicit themes of the questions, and then being able to articulate the answers, structure the answers, being able to defend your argument by giving certain data, facts, committee, adding X factor to the answers, making sure that her GS marks will ensure her name in the list, and she should not be depending much on the interview marks. And same goes for essay, right? So when it came to the mains preparation, she was taking care of her optional also, but at the same time, this time, which she could not do in the last 5 years, and she realized the fact under UAP mentorship with Satun sir that she needs to have a micro theme basis approach. She needs to articulate answer in a certain way so that she gains those extra few marks, which other aspirant will fail to do because she was adding X factor. The structure was different. The argument she was giving were more original and refined, right? And that helped her get through the mains this time. Comes interview, she sat with Sakit sir and other interview panel of the UAP mentorship program, and eventually she has her name in the list in this year's UPSC result, right? Shivali's story is extremely relatable to every aspirant out there who's trying to target UPSC 26 or 27. And there are a few reasons. One is because failures will happen. What matters is, do you accept the fact and then do you go to someone who can be honest with you? She found Swatantra under UAP mentorship. So the decision rests on you. Will you be open enough to find someone honest enough in front of them that these are the mistakes I've been making for last 6 and I really need to restart from zero. She will come on 1st of November, 7 p.m. tomorrow, live with all the aspirants to tell her own story, not just the story, but also going deep down into the exact changes she made in her prelims strategy, GS and CSET, in her mains strategy, paper wise, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, essay, optional subject, and the strategy she used to qualify her interview. And finally, her name is in the list. Imagine going through 5 continuous failure, not able to qualify prelims even once, and in sixth attempt, you make some fundamental changes in all three exams, prelims, mains, and interview. And in one attempt, you get through prelims, mains, interview, all three, and you finally have name in the list in your last attempt. And that is the story no one should be missing. That is the live session you should not be missing. I would go and say you cannot afford to miss. On 1st of November, tomorrow, 7 p.m., Shivali Thakur is coming live with her mentor, Swatantra sir. The link is in the description. Please do join the session. It's completely open and free. All the attendees will also get free access to the Civils Daily content. I hope to see you all tomorrow, 1st of November, 7 p.m. Register for the session. Use link below in the description. See you there.